to come out with this idea of what Robin Hood, because we always get the Mary Robin and Mary is Mary Men.
Marianne and all that.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But this is showing Robin Hood in a whole different light. It's like this nigga is out here fucking, Little John. I saw the clip. Little John smacked the nigga face off. Whoa. Yo, you didn't see the clip, bro?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm like, you're this hype. I need to go back and
he hits the dude with the stab and smacks his face off, bro.
How far up do I have to go for this?
Yeah, I'm
in the group chat.
Yeah,
it was just put in there.
I think I found it. I'm about to bring it onto the screen, but I don't know if we can show it as is. But it's
why?
Well, because it's so weird, Ty. Oh snap! Where y'all at? Why don't I see y'all? Oh, wrong StreamYard. Whoops.
Yeah,
my dumb ass is still
got the other one up, huh?
It's probably why I'm lagging a little bit. But for some reason, man, I think it's a matter of whether or not these companies want to capitalize on all of their views versus capitalize on their actual promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you not want to, if you have a movie coming out, what would stop you from wanting to promote the movie as much as you possibly can? Well, obviously these folks feel like, because every time I do something like this and I try to put one of these videos or whatever on, I have to go back to the YouTube page and I have to like edit that part out because they're like, yeah, you can't have that on the screen and we're like, for what?
Well, listen, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong, so I'm not saying that you're wrong, and I'm not saying nothing. But what I will say is that when I was doing multiverse, what I would do is I would go on YouTube, I would find the actual YouTube site that or whatever was playing the trailer, and then what I would do is I would go full screen with the trailer, where I'm not on the screen, you're not on the screen, anything. It's just a full screen trailer. And play the full screen trailer and then come back in after, as opposed to having yourself up on the screen.
I'm not doubting
I don't know.
that.
I don't know that.
I'm not doubting for a second that worked, because in instances when I do put up the trailer, it depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Like literally last week we talked a lot about WWE, right? And we've never really talked about WWE. Every clip I posted of WWE was blocked.
Yeah.
Every single one. And I'm like, what did we show? What did we do? All we did was show the Instagram clips. So I think it just depends on like who it is and all of that. So I just decided like I don't want to like have to keep deleting stuff. And then what happens is it get blocked, and then you have to wait like a 24-hour period for them to edit out the trim out the segment that you, and sometimes it'll work. Sometimes I'm like, it's just probably just better just to, I'm saying but I don't doubt you at all, because I used to watch. I used to get jealous. I would watch you on Multiverse. I'm like, yo, how the fuck you play the whole? You know what I'm saying? Like we get, But I've at this point I've just yielded. But that does look interesting though.
But you can play it because we're pre-recorded. So if you don't want to, we're like, this is a pre-recorded joint. So right now, just play the video so we can all watch it.
Then he's got to edit it out. Is what he's saying.
I got to edit it out.
No, you don't have to edit anything because we're not talking about anything. I'm just saying, play the video right now. We're not talking about anything yet. So that's just so.
I don't know if you understand. Like if I play it now, and then I go to post what we're playing now, then I'll have to go and edit that part out before.
So let me ask you something. You're posting all of this stuff that we're talking about right now. No. I mean, like right now, what we're talking about right now. We're just talking. Right now, you're going to post all of this online.
Yes, that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been doing. We have another after show, and then we just, because we talk so much, we used to just talk 4 hours in a row, and now it's like 2 and 2, and then we put the Sunday stuff on afterwards. And I don't normally, unless we say something completely grotesque, which is rare, when I think it's ever happened actually. I don't normally go back in to edit because that annoys me. Because I be like, this is work, and I didn't want this to be work, and now it's starting to be. But I can show it. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal.
Nah, man.
It don't matter, but we might. It might just.
Bro,
what the hell?
You was gonna do, man?
Hold up, man. All right. It's so funny because sometimes I'll go on Instagram and I'm trying to get things loaded up so that we can do. But for some reason, this came up right now, and there's zero context to this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on the screen. And maybe y'all could help me understand it. I can't tell you what's going on.
She'll understand. She'll understand when she sees your raggedy ass.
I just saw that.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna let you do it, but do it. I swear my wife will beat your ass.
Okay. Then bring her. Call your wife. Call your mom. 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 Call your mom, you ugly bitch. Call your mom, you ugly bitch. Call your mom, you ugly bitch. Leave me alone.
I'm gonna beat you up myself.
Oh, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me.
Why?
Get the fuck away from me. 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 What the fuck is wrong with you? Dude, you harass women, so your wife's gonna beat them up? And you know what? The first dude, he was stalking me. He's a stalker. He was staring at me the entire time I was here with this crusty, weird-looking fucking mouth. Like, he's wearing it out. That's why he's making all those weird fucking jokes. It's fucking weird. You can't make weird jokes about people. You can't threaten to harm people. You can't stalk women. And I'm used to stalkers. I've had multiple stalkers. And you know what's different about all these stalkers? None of them have followed me around like that nigga who's supposedly married. You follow me around, you're married. Every time I've had a stalker, when I moved...
All right, I'm not taking away from her plight. I'm sure it's a good speech. But I'm sorry. When I pulled up Instagram and that's the first thing popped up, I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, let me see what this is all about. But I ain't gonna lie, the part I saw was this part. I didn't see all the drama.
The pop-ins, he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's play it."
I was like, "Oh, look, this is." I was like, "Oh,
damn, you just got baited."
I was like, "Oh, this is oh
yeah,
oh." So that's why we have to vet content before we put it on. But anyway, hopefully, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm looking at the comments, and like most of the comments section of people that I know, and they're like. I'm sorry, but all right. I was promised I'm gonna leave this alone, but this shit is funny to me right now. This little part. This should say what the girl say. Look at this. Look at the comment right here. She lucky it wasn't in Chicago. Throwing that ass in a circle while fearing for your life is insane. Yo, shout out to her for keeping the set going and using it as material. She stood her ground and made people laugh. She'll be booked again. Fair enough. I like it as a closer, but comedy does work. 3 inches drop. Call your mom. This will work in any club. Damn. Ooh. I don't know who that was over there, but anyway, yeah. From a comic standpoint, this is something that we have to face with is a stand-up. You always get somebody who not always, but sometimes you run into people that may not necessarily be interested in letting you say what you want to say while you're on stage. And you have to find a creative way, not a volatile way, because you still got a crowd in front of you to try to diffuse that situation and keep it moving. I on my page, if you scroll down, you'll see I was on the stage one time and I had a bunch of Latinos behind me that was chattering, and I was doing my set, and I turned around and cussed them out in Spanish, and was like, mira, coño, like a little bit of Spanish, and I was like, mira, coño, puedo hablar con estes porque necesito tiempo hablar con él. And they started clapping, and I kind of went forward, and but sometimes these things happen. But anyway,
you had the one set. You had the one set when the dude tried to come up on the stage with you, right?
Oh no! A dude!
Right, like, whoa!
Yeah. My viral moment.
That was during COVID that time too. It's like whoa.
Yeah. For those some people may not know about that. Yeah, I had this was my first viral. This is where most of my following came from. I had this viral moment because like right after COVID, I was performing somewhere in Jensen Beach, like a little bit small club. And this dude tried to come up to the stage and shake my hand. And at that time, we was not shaking hands. Nah. And I was like, oh, Oh, and I started singing like
go back to your seat.
Everybody coming to the seat and I don't really know what the fuck is happening right now. I wonder if I can find that shit right quick. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I showed that. But yeah, that these things happen. And that one was friendly. There was another time, and I told this story before when I was in Miami, when I was telling a joke, and this the girl that he was with at that table kept messing with me, and I was messing with her too, you know, in probably a flirtatious kind of way. And I was like, is that your man? Because you feel like that ain't your man type thing. And my man ended up rushing the stage. He rushed the stage with a knife. He got kicked out that night.
Oh,
and
he tried to stab you up?
Yeah, my man rushed the stage with a knife. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yo, Vince, what'd you do when you saw the knife? What'd you do?
I didn't. Listen. First of all, okay. So I was on stage, and the stage was high. It wasn't like one of those platforms like you saw her on that you get in the little bar and grills. Like you were at a comedy club, so the stage you had to jump up to the stage. The dude ran up and he was about to jump, but fortunately there was a security dude right there, so he never got all the way on stage. And I was just like, yeah, that's what we get. And I remember just a few moments of like awkwardness, and then just kind of getting everything back on track. But
so did you notice the knife immediately?
Oh yeah. I saw the knife. Yeah, he was angry in real life. Yeah, it was at a club called the Have Nots of Comedy in Miami.
Wow. The Have Nots.
The Have Nots. Yeah. And it was an awkward moment, but fortunately, I didn't get hurt. And oddly enough, that dude got escorted out, but the woman he was with was still there after the show. So yeah, those. Have you ever
thought about if he would have got up there, what you would have done? Like, cause like in retrospect, cause like in those type of situations, when you see your life flash, like that time we was in Orlando and that car almost took
the cop car
your leg off. Yeah. Like when you went, yo,
I don't know if we could
listen. Listen. All I'm gonna tell you is this: everybody who was out there that night, yes, watch me die in real time. I swear to God, because the type of silence, you know how when you see something happen like that and everybody reacts the same way, like everybody was like, "Yo, are you okay?" It was if I would not have reacted the way that I reacted in that moment, I would be one leg tie right now. Or peg leg tie. I'd be peg leg tie, or I wouldn't be here at all, because that's how fast the car was going.
So yes, we was walking across the street down by Church Street, right? Okay. Like in that area. It was us and a couple friends, and we got almost to the other side of the street, and Ty was literally about to step like from the street to the sidewalk when a cop car out of nowhere like goes from 0 to like 80, like from like a few weeks, and like literally if Ty didn't like see it or move, he would have been a casualty of war, because they did not have any regard to his like he had to he literally did a move where he like lifted his leg up like this and spin around and like spin around.
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did.
And if he didn't do that, Ty would have been on crutches today, I promise you.
So wait, you're telling me that if Ty didn't have his ninja-like instincts, okay, he would have been like the bitch off The Boys.
Yes, literally. Yes.
And that is no exaggeration at all.
Okay.
That is exactly what happened.
It happened so fast.
0 to 80. Like, no joke. Like,
it is dark. It's like nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
They're crazy. Orlando police is ridiculous. They turn on their lights, flying through shit all the time. Like, they're absolutely the most dangerous in our city. I will give you that in our state. Orlando police don't play. They're fucking no.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you weren't a casualty of the Florida Police Department.
Almost as crazy as this.
Oh, he's going this way. This microphone stand is loaded, bro. Hey, listen, Gueda, me and my Wakandan soldier do not want to be Portland today. You good? Oh.
What's up, bro?
You're up out of your seat. Oh, shit, hey, here we go. Hey. Everybody's coming to this thing and I don't really know what the fuck he's doing right now. I'm just trying to call it a show and I just wanted to tell him to cut jokes. You're trying to take away my little shine. I'm up here trying to tell jokes, yeah. I want you to shut up, sit down, take a seat. I want you to walk away. Shut the fuck up right now. Shut the fuck up. I want you all night dancing, talking shit is hell bad. Go to the bed, leave me the fuck alone. I never take it. If there's one white girl I can fuck with, that's really.
Yo, that was like one of my first. That was like one of my first viral videos. I know it only got like 600 likes on YouTube on Instagram, but it's like I think about 3 million on TikTok with like I think 100,000 likes or something like that. And then that following started like my TikTok reach hit like 100K. It's dwindled since because I haven't been there as much. But that following like trickled over into YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And this is like one of my biggest. Like there's another video that I had. This is fun. I like that we get to do this. This one wasn't as viral, but I thought that this was interesting. Not the same type of incident because it's not always violence directed at you. Sometimes the violence is directed at the people within the crowd amongst themselves. I present Exhibit A.
Oh shit, yo, she is gangster shit. She said, turn around. Oh shit, hold on. I'm prepared for this kind of shit.
Don't give me no shit. I only touched you off.
Hold on, wait, start over, please. I wasn't ready.
I touched your fucking over, all right? It's not a problem.
I bet you won't touch it again. Oh shit, never mind. Real talk though, let each other live. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, as much as you could beat their ass, them and their Wiccan circle will fuck you up for the rest of this year. Don't let them fuck around and get their crystals charged in the full moon. Oh, you don't want no smoke back then. When that vampire blood gets sacrificed on the blood moon night, bitch.
Yo,
some Twilight vampires in that bitch.
The funny thing about in there instigating the fight.
You saw that right there. I was like,
he was like, yo, bet you won't touch something again.
So they both looked at me. They was like, I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, my bad. So let me give a little
line in the sand and shit. I bet you won't cross that line. I bet you won't put your hand across that line.
I'm doing. Let me live a little tiny bit of context. So I'm doing this. I got here to this club hella late. It's in Jensen Beach. I drove from Orlando. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. I was supposed to be there, I think, at 8. I got there like 8:30, 8:45. It was crazy. But I had to get when I got there, it's upstairs, as you see. I had to go straight to the stage because like they had already like been stretching for me to get there. So I got there. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew and Red Bull, and I was just like, yo, bump it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So there, what I'm talking about is a section of young ladies that all had like gothic, like they were all dressed, black lipstick, black dress, black hair, black glasses, black nail polish. And there's some dude who I guess he starts talking at this part. He's like, leave me the fuck alone. I didn't touch your leg. And it's like loud. And I'm like, all right, now either I can ignore it, I can try to talk over it, or I can address it. And I decided to address it. And yeah, I tried to make it funny, and then they gave me this look like, nigga, get the fuck out of my face with this. I was like, oh shit, all right. That's when I said let each other live, and then I kind of addressed them as a Wiccan circle. But the funny thing is, when I looked at the comments, like I wish I could pull up TikTok. I don't even think I have TikTok. I don't know if I even do. I still do TikTok? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay, on the TikTok comments, I got so much love because I'm gonna show. Let me show this part real quick. Oh, I can't rewind on Instagram. I'll bring it back when it does. But if you notice, I said let each other live because at the end of the day, them and their Wiccan circle will fuck you up at the end of the night. And then I got the crowd back. But the comment section was like, see, it's not so hard to use they and them. Like, what's the big deal? Like, guys, and then in my head, I was like, all right, I was talking about a group of people, but hey. I was like, all right, hey, if y'all want to give me, some love for that, I'll take it. It is what it is.
It's like I went to college. That's right.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I didn't mean to, support. I mean, I have no problem with the they thems, but that wasn't what that was. But hey, shoot, if y'all want to give me a medal for it, I will gladly take it. I want to talk to you, Ty, real quick, because I don't know how far we're going, because I know we do have some of Ant's stuff to go over and all that. But you hit me up the other day. I was telling Yaz about this. You hit me up and was like, "Yo, did you see One Punch Man?" And I was like, "Nah." And he was like, "Yo, watch that shit. There's something that happens, and I want you to tell me how you feel about it." And I was like, "All right, I got you." And that's when I realized I was really behind. I went to watch it that day, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I missed like 4 episodes, so I had to like get caught up. And so now I'm caught up, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you see the last episode?
There was a few moments.
The last episode? Nah, but this
Yazzie,
one,
I don't think Yazzie's gonna watch it, so I don't know.
This is the one that pertained to Saitama. This was all right. So do you? Because I had my phone, but I don't have my phone now for some reason. I think my wife got it. But I wrote down verbatim. I wrote down verbatim what the back and forth was with him and the big whoop-de-doo monster this year.
Okay.
Lord Orochi is supposed to be the big bad this year, this season rather. And Saitama finally comes in the presence of Lord Orochi. And there's just this dialogue that starts between them because Lord Orochi felt Saitama's power. As a matter of fact, everybody felt Saitama's power just from a punch to Poochie. Poochie being the hellhound or hell beast or whatever the dog that protects all of the monsters and whatever. And Saitama punched him and told him to sit. He told him to sit. He punched the dog, and in the midst of the punch, told him to sit. and then he comes before Lord Orochi, and he's like, "What did you do to Poochie?" And he's like, "I just hit him with a normal punch." And so the back and forth starts. Lord Orochi starts telling him how he's been bred for this moment where your sacrifice can mean my rebirth and all of these things, and how I'm the most powerful God. I was a human once, but through all of the trials and tribulations, I became the most powerful monster. He's going through this spill. Like, follow me. He's going through this spill. And he's telling Saitama, like, you ain't heard about me. You don't even know who I am. You don't know who you fucking with. These are all of the things that he's telling Saitama. And in the midst of him telling Saitama all of this, yo, you don't know who you fucking with, man. You better ask about me, yo. The niggas up over on 25th know about me, yo. And my work I've been putting in. Yo, he been Saitama stops him. Yo.
Yeah.
So you the king of so and so. You done did such and such to so and so.
Yeah.
You the toughest so and so. You saying all of that, and all of this is gonna be over in one punch.
In one punch, yeah, that did happen.
Yo, and he's saying it so calmly.
Yeah.
Like, that you don't understand that Lord Orochi was powering up the whole time. He was telling him who he is and where I'm from, and I'm not the one. The whole time, Lord Orochi is powering up. The moment that Saitama tells him it's going to be over in one punch, he releases all of the energy that he was powering up with and releases it directly at Saitama. Saitama narrowly moves out of the way, only to say, man, you just burnt my finger. and commences to show his little finger burnt through the glove, and he says, "You burnt my clothing. You burnt my You burnt my gloves. You burnt my gloves. Like, like what did you do?" And so now the fight ensues, if you can even call it that.
Yeah,
because
man.
Saitama commits to doing exactly what the fuck he always said he was gonna do, and he hits him with one punch. Now it's a lot less drama filled when I say it. When you watch it on screen, his punch is like the propeller of everything, so it propels him towards Lord Orochi, and then he uses his other arm as some sort of force field, and then just kind of navigates his way to Lord Orochi's chin and commences to knock his head clean off.
Yeah.
And then after he knocks his head clean off, he said, what did you do? He was like, a normal punch. a normal punch. Now I had to go back, Vince, and check through the seasons.
Before you give that, I gotta real quick. Let's let Yazzie go. I didn't want her to just disappear. She's got to head out, so I wanted to go ahead and at least make sure we gave her flowers on the way out and said peace and all that, and said thank you for hanging out with us all day, even though we talked about a bunch of stuff that she has no interest in. She still pulled up and held it down. And yeah, be on the lookout because Yaz got some content dropping next week on the new Blurred Order page. So definitely, man. Yazzie, anything on the way out? Anything on the way out, Yazzie?
Stay tuned. More to come.
Hey, woo, Pong.
Hello.
Just let that be what it is. And when she say that, she mean it too, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in because Yazzie got some other stuff pulling up on deck. All right, let's keep it going. She's gonna go ahead and enjoy her time with her man. So, man, she wasn't supposed to be here again. Man, I posted.
You didn't take me out.
My bad. I did it wrong. All right. Let me do it. All right. Bye, yes. Okay, I did it right this time. I was like, oh, she's still here. All right, but yeah. That was what you were talking about. That exchange. That
exchange, yes, yeah. I had it verbatim, and it probably would have came off a little bit better.
No. That. Okay, well, let me ask you this, because I thought that what you was gonna talk about was the whole Blackluster monologue. I thought that's what you were talking about.
The Blackluster. Yeah, that's kind of
weird.
That's kind of weird. And like if we're being honest, like I'm not sitting here telling anyone that this season is the best One Punch Man season. I don't want that to be misconstrued at all. It's not. But as far as a episode, which this was, I believe, I want to say that was the season finale because I haven't seen anything come out again this week, unless this is like a mid-season finale or something like that. It could have been. I don't know. I haven't double checked.
Okay.
But
according to what I'm reading, it looks like there's a part 1 and a part 2 of this season. We just saw the end of part 1, so it's like an interim, like a kind of a what they call those things, intermission, so to speak. Mid-season finale. But normally mid-season finales will happen when you have the whole season and you split it in two. Sound like they ain't even like put together part 2 yet. I mean, but I'm just reading headlines.
You
should not just read headlines. That's not actual reading. So I don't know, but it sounds like you was about to say like it's not a 1, but it's not a 10. It's somewhere in between. It's definitely not the best thing you've ever seen, but it's not the worst. It's not as bad as they're making it out to be.
Well, nah, it's probably as bad as they're making it out to be. Like this season has been lackluster for the most part. For the very most part, it has. I mean, you've seen a couple of fight scenes where you're like, honestly, for me, I'd say one of the most intriguing characters of this season is Zombie Man. I like because you're like, well, what's going on? Zombie Man can't die? No, he can't. He apparently can't. And he's not like super powered. This dude uses guns. He uses knives. He uses
right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm intrigued by Zombie Man. A lot of these other characters, Pig Boy or whatever, that just
Pig
eats.
God.
Pig God that just eats, everything. And then Blackluster, I am intrigued. I don't necessarily like the dialogue. Well, not so much the depiction. But the dialogue was kind of. I've been trying to master the bug technique. And the exoskeleton is the strongest, the strength. But you don't upset my muscles, because if you do, they have a mind and they tend to react on their own. And I don't have any control over my muscle. I haven't even found a way to hurt myself. It was like, what? Huh? So yeah, none of it makes sense. But this episode, that to me is what stood out, was the dialogue between Lord Orochi and Saitama, which ended in Saitama fashion with exactly what he said he was going to do. And I came out of it like, when are we going to get somebody who makes him go in the bag and not use a normal punch? Like, this dude is literally just walking out here fighting at 25%.
Right, literally.
He's literally fighting at 25%, and he's stronger than everybody. And it's like, in order for this to start to get to the point where I'm like, this season is still salvageable, is I have to see someone who I feel can at least contend with him. Like, I'm not saying you got to be able to be, but at least make the fight longer than one punch. I know that's his whole moniker is One Punch Man, but when you over here saying you got a normal punch, as opposed to what? Like, so you got a punch that's like one punch. Like I'm like, what's the point? Like, what is the difference between a normal punch and the one punch? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, they both end in the same way. So,
well, I think that the normal punch is the one punch. I don't think that they're different.
No,
I think that.
So that's where I said no, because I had to go back to season 1, and when he fought the space thing that was coming from space, and he hit it, he didn't say normal punch in that joint. He said like it was like something super punch. Like it was like he had like it wasn't a normal punch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my point is,
so he has levels to it. It's got levels to it, is what I'm saying.
I think the point, I still stand by what I said, because I think my point is that it doesn't matter what kind of punch it is. It's one punch. It just depends on what kind of punch he dishes out. So in this particular instance, the one punch was the normal punch. In that instance, the one punch was the super Baldy whatever punch. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
But is it possible that we've already met the person that's going to rival One Punch Man? I guess not, because they fought already, and he already basically was like, yeah, nah.
Well, see, the thing about Gaoral is he's like Goku. He every time he gets beat down, he gets stronger. He comes back. He gets, you know what I'm saying? So each time that he fights somebody stronger, he gets stronger. And that's the thing about Gaoral. And I'm cool with that. But now they're like, I don't know, like, they're doing that thing that I always say about, like, when you have your villains. Don't have me with a villain that is like in a state of flux about whether or not they're truly a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where Gaoral is. Gaoral's on one hand is over here saving the little boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, but on the flip side, still wanting to be this villainous like thing where you go around the villains and they're like, you're not a villain. Like you can't be a monster because you still care about the things that monsters don't care about. We don't care about kids. We don't care about killing babies. Like we over here on some real type criminal shit, and you over here still trying to hold on to your humanity, and you can't be a part of what we trying to be if you ain't on this type of time. Like there was that episode where he literally fought two monsters to save a little kid, and they was like, look, man, it's just a kid. Like we kill kids on two, like we bury, you know what I mean? He's like this is a Tuesday for us. Like this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That to me is always going to be something that kind of I feel like holds Garou back from becoming that which is needed in order to even contend with One Punch Man with Saitama.
I think what's possible is that, because obviously in my opinion, like they've clearly set up Garou as a textbook anti-hero. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to save the world. I really don't give a fuck about much, but I'm a powerful motherfucker and I'm just gonna lean whichever way the wind goes. I think they've set it up so that we can probably have a rematch between Garou and Saitama, but we've already seen them fight before, and Garou didn't come out successful. It's hard for me to imagine a realm where he gets powerful enough to contend with Saitama. But in these last couple episodes, we learned, because I didn't know. We knew the origin story, but we didn't know exactly the explanation behind it. We learned what is behind Saitama's overwhelming power, and that's that he has reached a point of limitlessness. Like he's beyond a limit, is what the dude tried to explain. I think it was in the second to last episode. He's like, he's reached a point of limitlessness. And he's like, wow. And somebody was like, Zombie Man was like, well, wow, damn. He's like, well, what is there a bad side of that? He's like, yeah, he's suffering the effects of it now. He's gone bald. He's lonely. He doesn't know how to fight. Like he's like, oh, that's the problem. Like he's lonely and he's bald, but he can beat up anybody he wants with one punch. It's like, well, yeah, but you don't realize like how detrimental that can be. Like just not being able to, you know, have a fight and never really know whether or not you know, or just, you know, be lonely. But I don't know. Like he was trying to explain all that. Oh, I dropped a line. So I that was an interesting discovery. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't hate the show. I don't hate it.
Oh,
I thought that it was a little anticlimactic. Like I was expecting a little bit more of the fight between the big bad and the big good. It was just like that. I was like, damn. I mean, obviously it's One Punch Man, but I would have thought that they would have let some of the rivals, some of the S-class heroes fight. What's the old boy name? The big bad again?
Lord Orochi.
Lord Orochi. Damn it. I mean, he killed the octopus dude. Whatever his name.
That was Green Tornado. That I think that did that. Which
yeah. Well, it was Tornado.
Yeah. And that may not be her name. It's something Tornado.
Nah, it's something,
terrible tornado or something like that. But she's sort of. But yeah, and that was disappointing as well. Like that again, he even said he's not even more powerful than Lord Orochi, and for Saitama to kind of dispatch Lord Orochi the way that he did, it just shows that there's levels, and right now there's no one on Saitama's level, which is kind of disappointing, because again, when you're trying to have this big bad, like in order for them to build up Garou now, I feel like Garou has to go through all the S-class heroes. Like he literally has to fight all of the S-class heroes, and they've shown us the S-class heroes that are formidable. We saw the Black Luster even said it. He said that it's him, the Tornado Girl, and King, which is King is an interesting thing, right?
I love
Because
King.
all of the heroes and all of the monsters think that King is the #1 overall superhero, and the whole time King is just the biggest. He's just the biggest. He has no powers. He has no powers, and somehow he's convinced the world that he is the most strong. When you hear that train coming, well,
that's the funny thing about it. Yo, the funny thing about it is it's not even him convincing the world. Like it's everybody around him. Yes. Like everybody around him is like, King, host, yo, King is in the room. Like remember that one? Like yo, honestly, King could have a whole show. Like he could have a whole show based on his character. His character and that situation in itself is hilarious. A dude who has no powers, no strength, but somehow ends up in the right place at the right time with the right people. And then like Saitama will pull up and it'll be a big ass dead beast. He'll be like, you beat this beast all by yourself. He'll be like, well, King, you know what I'm saying? Who just beat up the beast? He'll be like, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
I defeated the beast, and and always, I love that storyline. That, but to me, frankly, Ty, that's what this season has been about. It's been about building up the surrounding support characters. It's been less about. I mean, how far can you go with a storyline with a dude who beats everybody with one punch? So they've decided to forego him as the center of this show. And they've kind of made him a side Adam. He's kind of a side character in a show that's based on him, right? But that's because you can't. If you beat everybody with one punch, what kind of show can you really have, right? Unless you, because I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting situation to be in. But I'm happy to see that they didn't let the trolls get to him, and that the same director who disassociated himself from social media
that was probably out. Because the trolls definitely did get to him, and that was why that's why he disassociated himself. And sometimes that's for the better. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking a break when you're overloaded. And I feel like he was overloaded with a lot of negativity. Some of it justified, some of it obviously is just people being hateful. But I think that it also gives you an opportunity to step back and maybe address, some deficiencies, or maybe just look at what you can do better and how to apply that. So look, this season, like I said, it was not the best season thus far. Doesn't mean it can't end up being the best season with it having a part 2. So there's that. But Saitama is always an interesting character, despite the fact that he really doesn't have any glaring things that you really can appreciate outside of the one punch, right? He doesn't really want to hang out with anybody. He doesn't really want to be around people. He isolates himself. He doesn't know how to interact with people. That's another thing. And like, he usually is on a mission that doesn't really have anything to do with what else is going on around him. He literally was coming there the whole time just to figure out what was the noise about. and he literally, it's like a neighbor who you're over them and you keep stomping on their head, and eventually they just come up, they're just knock on your door. Hey, I was just wondering, is there any way that maybe you could, because you're on top of me, and I can hear everything. Just could you be a little more I feel like that's what this was all gonna be, but instead he found those neighbors that was like, fuck you and fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And it turned into something else. And that's kind of what he walked in. When he walked in, he was like, hey, you guys, these guys look like, he was like, these guys look like they can tell me what's going on. Hey, can you guys point me into the, he's like, what the,
yeah.
He's like, yo, look, remember when the cat creeped up on him? He was like, oh, he doesn't see me. I can get him. He was like, what? A dog now?
Yo, the show, it's a comedy. It's just a comedy, man.
It's
You gotta look at it with you can't be serious about the show. You know, another unsung hero with the show, before we maybe get into some other stuff.
Please
Was
don't
the
tell
little
me.
I don't know who you go. Nah, I wasn't gonna say old boy. I know you think about
you talking about my man with my
husband,
love.
Yeah, boyfriend. Oh, my honeys. Oh, my boyfriends are like, dude, we're not your boyfriends.
I won't let this go unpunished. Oh, look.
I will use strong love and hug and kiss.
Angel protection.
His clothes came off. He had hair on his side. He's like, is he an animal? No, it's just hair. It's like, he had so much hair. It was like, oh, he's transforming. He's like, no, he's just hairy. I was like, oh shit, this shit is hilarious. Oh, love is stronger than all my honeys. I can't wait till we get back to the prison.
I'm gonna all of you back. Don't worry. I won't let this. And look, he's like, you can never change him back. I don't believe that. He's like,
yo, I ain't gonna lie. I got a kick out of watching it. I know it's a little out there, but that shit is hilarious. But that's not who I was gonna say.
You were gonna say the child prodigy. Though.
Yeah, the little ball with the pack, bro. My man went ham. Yo, every time I thought, like, dang, yo, he gone. My man pulled something out the bag, and he just was like, wow, I ain't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, little man was, he underrated, definitely underrated, in my opinion. So
yeah, it's more than meets the eye with him too. Like I feel like we'll find out more in part 2 rather. But there's definitely more than that meets the eye with the young. And I think I don't know. I feel like that he knows more than what he's like alluding to. Like I just feel like he may or may not know already that Saitama's in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's only 3 people I believe that know that Saitama exists. And that is 4 people, excuse me, including Gaurao. But Gaurao doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know. He just knows that the dude knocked me out. I woke up. I was like, but I don't know who that guy was. But woo!
Am I the only one that whenever Saitama fights, I have this, like, for no reason at all, something in my head goes, okay, this one gonna be different. And it never is. It's like, okay, or this one, okay, this is gonna take more than one punch on Lord Orochi. And it was like, nope, one punch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think in order for the saga of One Punch Man to continue to exist, he has to transcend universes. Like, he has to go. He get, like, Saitama is one of those. He's one of those. He could be an iconic, like, superhero where, like, has the ability to go and traverse all dimensions, all times, all universes, where you could find him in Marvel, you could find him in DC, you could find him, but whether as a free agent or whatever, but just one of those dudes that, like, you could use him in a comedic sense, where, like, on a live action, you know, this dude pops up every once in a while, does some wild shit, and everybody's like, who is this unknown man? And all you ever see is the back of his bald head with the one piece of hair coming out and some shit. Like, yo, I think he, based off of what we're seeing on screen again, where he's totally demolishing any threat as soon as it appears, we have to now question, like, how powerful is Saitama? Like, could he be Superman? Could he be Goku? Could he be, like whoever, like name him?
And, I mean, we have to assume yes. We have to assume yes at this point, right? Like, I mean, we're talking about a dude who's not just fighting a bunch of villains, a dude who's fighting villains that are designated to the S-class heroes that only they have the power to fight. Like, you remember when that scene when what's her name? Tornado, what's her name? Like everybody was fighting, this thing came out the ground, and she was like, they was like, yo, help us, Tornado. She was like, for what? She's like, if y'all need help fighting this dude, then there's no point already.
Like,
What am I? If you need help with this guy, what the fuck am I here for? Like, we're supposed to be able to beat these folks by ourselves.
Look. She said, you guys are support.
Yeah, he's like, the fuck?
You're
support. You need my help? Then why are you here? Like, you're not needed. If you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, please. Like, he didn't wait to the exit, and she proceeded. It was like, all right, well, then you handle it. She was like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bye, big bad. So yeah. The support cast. I feel like this show. I mean, unfortunately, the show is known as One Punch Man, but One Punch Man, as a name, as a title, even though it's fitting, it does not necessarily really give a true idea of what the show actually is, which is a superhero show with One Punch Man as one of the main characters. By calling it One Punch Man, which again they should have, because the first 2 seasons were One Punch Man, they give you the illusion that the show will be about Saitama. But the fact of the matter is, what we know now is that the show is not about Saitama. Saitama is just the main. I shouldn't say that. The show is about Saitama, but he is just the main character in an array of characters. And by making it just called One Punch Man, you don't really expect, I guess, the rest of the characters to have as much prominence as they do in these scripts. So hopefully,
it's crazy. It's crazy that like I said earlier, the 4 people that are aware of Satayama, one of which is Gaurao now, but you got Silver Fang. Silver Fang is aware of him. You got Genos.
Genos, yeah, I was about to say Genos.
And then you got
King. Is it
the
King?
other? Well, matter of fact, I'm wrong. King knows as well, so that's 5. So King. Oh, and not just him either. The Tornado's sister.
Oh yeah,
the Blizzard or whatever. She knows too. So, but the reason that they know about this dude is because now that they've seen him in action, they follow him. That's the ill thing. You got to think Genos is an S-class hero. Silver Fang is an S-class hero, and the other old man that was fighting alongside Silver Fang, he's an S-class hit. No, Silver Fang. There's 2 old men. There's because Gaurao's old teacher. His old teacher, his old teacher is one too, and I just can't think of his name right now. But they all follow Satayama because they realize after the last fight where they fought that centipede type creature, where Silver Fang and Gaurao's teacher and Genos, all of them were fighting that thing and couldn't beat it. Satayama came up, hit that thing one time, and disintegrated it. And they was like, who are you? Like, Genos is like, oh, that's my master. They're like, your master? And then now you got so-called masters, like, can you be my master too? They have not left. You got to think about it. Since last season, they all are piling up in Satayama's apartment. So much to what he's like, yo, can y'all just leave? Can y'all just go?
He's like, y'all are still here. He's like,
yeah, y'all still doing it.
Yo, this shit is the show is so ahead of its time, man. And I got a feeling that the second half is going to be better. Maybe this is what the point of all of the criticism online was so that when the director goes back into that booth, when he gets back into writing mode, he is thinking, all right, let me do something that'll hopefully lighten up my comment section a little bit. You know, even though I don't think it's right for people like Mike, like our guy Ryan Coogler says, he doesn't make things for people that are permanently on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Which is a phenomenal quote. That's a t-shirt, like for real. Like, we don't make things for people that are permanently on the internet. So I understand that. But at the same time, I mean, everybody that rated the show at 2 and 3 weren't necessarily people on the internet. And even you said, you know, it's probably not the best.
He needs to get back to what worked. He needs to get back to what worked.
I like your idea of going out of space. I like that idea.
Yeah. Well, that is definitely a thing, because if on your planet you are the most powerful thing,
right,
and being, then either people are going to come from far away because they heard about you, just like they hear about the Kryptonian. You know, we heard about the Kryptonian. He's here. Like, where's he at?
Right.
Yeah, I pulled up for him. Like, that's what I came for. Right. So like that, you would assume that would have to be the next step in the maturation of One Punch Man. Like, he has to go where now you're not just dealing with monsters, you're not just dealing with humans, you're dealing with beings that can absorb a punch. And now what are you going to do now? Now that you no longer just be, because it's not like we're sitting here fronting like Saitama doesn't have the capability of doing more than just one punch. He can do whatever. Like, this motherfucker, he moves at the speed of light when he wants to. Like, it seems as though his skin is impenetrable. Like, so I mean, what is there? There's no, I don't think there's any limits to what he can do. So, but in order for us to explore those, we have to see him in action against somebody that can last more than one punch.
Well, the funny thing is, we do know he has limits. He doesn't know how to fight. Like, remember, the second season was about him trying to learn martial arts. Like, he was like, martial arts. I should probably learn some of that shit. Right? I'm gonna be the strongest person in the world. Maybe I should learn some of that shit. You know, we know he can't really fight, but he's just really strong. But in addition to your proposal to bring in alien worlds or to go to alien worlds, I also would like to propose a potential idea for him to not just go to worlds and fight stronger people, but for him to have kind of like a Gene Hackman Superman 4 cloning type of ordeal. Remember when Lex Luthor took Superman's DNA and made another version of Superman that was also powered for the sun, who was just as, but he only answered to Lex Luger. Luger. I keep wanting to call him Luger. It's this WWE bullshit. Lex Luthor. Like, I could see where the villains clone Saitama and make a bad version of One Punch Man that can rival him. That's like the only other thing that I think could possibly be a storyline worth exploring. I don't know. It might work.
I sure hope not. That's lazy. It's been done way too many times.
Well, going to other worlds has been done. Shoot.
I mean, in going to other worlds is always going to be a thing, because you know you're limiting yourself if you think that your planet is the only planet in these huge universes. So that's why I mentioned that. But in terms of the cloning aspect, like, it either goes right or it goes wrong, or most of the time it goes wrong. Most of the time the clones are lackluster in some way, have a deficiency in some way. I think, again, there's an opportunity here for crossover events to happen, for crossovers in comics and storylines and in terms of live action. Like, in order, again, I just feel like in live action terms, for this not to become a Superman movie, because that's basically what it would become. I feel like you would need him to go. It makes sense to go into other properties and make deals and make friendships and partnerships with other potential platforms. Because again, Saitama, he's like I could have said this last season, but it's really starting to feel like it's him, and then there's it's everybody else.
And it's so fun when the same reasons I'm not a big Superman fan, even though I did vote that it was the best superhero movie in 2025. Being the lack of vulnerabilities, I think is a difficult thing to withstand over a period of time. And I think they could dial up the loneliness factor, the bald factor, the depression of not being able to have a challenger. Sure, but I don't know. I think it still has a future. I don't troll, or I don't want to say trolls. Hey, I don't want to say haters. Critics of this season, you're not wrong, but I would say give the second half of the season a chance first. Let's see what they can do with One Punch Man now that we have basically exhausted all of the possibilities. Because I mean, on all realms, demon, earth, whatever, even from aliens, like he's beat everybody. And the only thing he really struggles with right now is baldness and boredom. Baldness and boredom. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. If it's cool, man, I wanted to just do a few rapid fire topics that we got from the chat, and let's get your take on them, and let's see what it is that is going on in the world today. I did just hear that the dude from Punky Brewster, I think he just died. It's crazy.
Who died from Punky Brewster, bro? The brother?
Yeah, man. Oh boy. Here, I'll pull it up on the screen right quick. Oh, did it go away? Did I lose it? Yeah, I lost it. Yeah. Oh boy, the black dude from Punky Brewster. I can't remember his name. But if I find it, dang, it just I shouldn't even have said nothing because now
I mean, do we know his name at least? Can we get his name?
Yeah. Yes. I will give it to you. Yeah, here it is. His name is TK Carter. My bad. TK Carter.
TK Carter?
Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm bad I his name, but TK Carter. This died evidently. This is like fresh. Hours. I think this happened this morning, possibly. And forgive me because I haven't checked sources. I'm just checking headlines, which is not real. I advise you strongly. Headline reading is not reading. But it's evidently seems to have some merit in truth. So that kind of sucks. I love
he died on my son's birthday, man. That's crazy, yo.
Oh man. All right, Prince.
Yeah, Prince's birthday was yesterday, man. But look, yo, I remember TK Carter more from the Sinbad show than you remember the Sinbad show?
I do. I don't think I watched it.
Yeah. Oh, he was a recurring actor on there. I think all the seasons TK was on there. Just funny guy, you know what I'm saying? Like always had a something funny to say. And yeah, man, TK's been around, man. He's been around for a while, man. Like, so that's sad to hear that he passed, man. But
yeah, people are giving him flowers for his role in The Thing, his contribution to the Steve Harvey Show, working in The Corner. Obviously, I know him best from Punky Brewster. I was a huge Punky Brewster fan. Not sure why. I was a kid, and it was a kid show, and yeah, I liked it. Yeah. Space Jam, Domino, yeah, my man, and there's probably a whole bunch of things that we're probably leaving off. But yeah, shout out to, rest in peace, power to TK Carter, man, to make it to 70.
Yeah, we losing a lot of people, man. I'm telling you, but they dropping, man.
Eddie Cole, a local legend in my area is this dude named Eddie Cole, and he passed recently. He was like the dude over our youth group at our church growing up. Like, he was the mayor of Eatonville, and big deal, man. Went to his funeral this Monday. It was crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of death around right now. Condolences to all that are related and close friends with this gentleman right here. But let's get into some other stuff. I'm gonna run down the list on a few things, man. We won't spend too much time on each of these topics, but stuff that I thought was kind of interesting. Oh, and then maybe we'll show some of Anthony's stuff. All right, so first I saw this and I thought this was fascinating. You tell me your opinion, if this works for you or not. Evidently, Sebastian Stan has been pegged to be in the Batman 2. Evidently, he's gonna play the villain. Maybe, I don't know.
And he's gonna play Harvey Dent.
Oh, Harvey. Oh, so they go to Harvey. Okay, all right.
Two-Face.
I don't like it.
What don't you like about it?
Harvey Dent was black. At least he was in the animated series, and I just always, and he was when he was Billy D. Williams in the original Batman with that was made by the original Batman movie with Tim Burton as the director. So I always thought that they should maintain his blackness, but I'm not tripping. It is what it is, and I know he white in the comic book and all that, but it's kind of weird to see them go back and forth. I would have preferred them to kind of keep the lore when he was Billy D. Williams, and but whatever. I like Sebastian Stan. Nothing against him. I mean, he gets, it's just a role to him. So, but yeah, I thought that they would have kept that continuity.
Nah, there's no continuity. This is Matt Reeves' own baby, and I've said this before. This is his idea of how Gotham looks. He still kept Police Commissioner Gordon, and he's played by Jeffrey Wright. So you get at least one black per movie. I'm just playing. That was a joke. That's bad. Anyway, Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent, I'm fine with. I've been a little vocal about the fact that I wish some of these DC properties, and I'm not saying that they haven't. I'm just saying in regards to this particular project, instead of just drafting all of the Marvel ex employees, or current and ex employees, we'll do that. Then I would have rather seen a younger actor get an opportunity at a role in such a world building universe such as Matt Reeves' Batman. No shade, no nothing towards Sebastian Stan. I love him as a Winter Soldier. I think he killed that role. And I think he'll do a very good job as Harvey Dent. If anything, it will kind of mimic his role as Senator in Thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will kind of mirror that, I think. The version that we saw.
It gets weird when I see an active Marvel person playing in an active DC universe. I don't know. For me, it's a little sacrilege. It's not like wasn't just in Thunderbolts. Like, he won't be in these Avengers movies. Yeah. I'm not saying take it. I mean, I get it. It's not like the first time we've seen somebody in Marvel and DC. It happens. Jeffrey Wright.
It feels like double dipping. It feels like double dipping. It feels like you're double dipping a little bit.
So, yeah, like if we look up and we see Tom Holland in like Batman, we're like, that's kind of weird, but whatever. All right, well, all right. So that's our feelings on that. This is also some kind of news. I don't know if this is. Honestly, I'd like to hear what you think about this. I don't know what to think about this. I don't know how to feel about this. The hunt for Gollum. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know. I don't. For some reason, my mind won't let me get excited about it. But before you answer, there's something else that goes along with this. I'll play this real quick. Let's go.
Well, I hear there's going to be another movie set in Middle Earth. And it's going to start filming in May. It's going to be directed by Gollum, and it's all about Gollum. But I'll tell you two secrets about the casting. There's a character in the movie called Frodo. And there's another character called Gandalf. And apart from that, my lips are sealed.
All right. So this was his big announcement. I feel like he stumbled through it a little bit. Shout out to Ian McClellan. But I don't know what is it that's making me have reservations about being excited about this. I feel like it feels like a cash grab. I guess that's why it feels to me like a cash grab after the mediocre success of The Hobbit. I feel like the Rings of Powers era is where we were kind of leaning, like prequel, and to bring on these older folks to play younger folks, and probably we're going to see a lot of AI, and I don't know, Gollum. I mean, I don't know, man.
Why do you feel like you'll see a lot of younger folks and older folks playing younger folks? Ian McKellen still looks like Gandalf the Grey. Let's not act like there's a whole lot of makeup that needs to go into that. And Frodo, thankfully, some good years of aging. He doesn't look that far off. I mean, you could still. I mean, the hair might be shorter. I think he probably comes in with a shortcut rather than a long cut. But outside of that, he still looks around. He's still a lot of people still aged pretty well.
According to what's already been told in this J.R.R. Tolkien classic, Frodo was assisting the whole Middle Earth in getting this ring that can rule them all to Mount Doom, which is in Mordor, and successfully gets there at the end of Return of the King, in which, just like in the books, just like in the cartoon, Gollum bites the finger off of Frodo, takes the ring, and falls along with the finger and the ring into Mount Doom with a smile on his face. Finally, so happy. He finally gets his precious. So that means that if this movie is to be put into production, it has to be a prequel. This has to have happened before Gollum commits suicide, which means that they will have to be younger versions of themselves. This can't be Frodo and Gandalf after Aragorn has gotten back to Gondor and become the king again. This has to have happened before the whole Fellowship of the Ring. This has to. I mean, this is somewhere before the movie ended, before the trilogy, and they're at least 10 to 15 years older than when the last Lord of the Rings movie came out. Which I'm not. Look, that happens. I'm not tripping about that. I'm just saying, like, in the world of Lord of the Rings, it feels like if we're going to expound on that universe, it's not necessary to revisit old characters all the time. This feels very Luke Skywalker in Star Wars. Like, we have to center it around the people that they know in order to get people to come to the yard. And I feel like that's a lack of creativity on a little bit, especially when you hear that it's done by Andy Serkis, who played Gollum, voiced Gollum, embodies Gollum, and now he's writing and directing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's writing. I don't know if he's writing.
No. Well, that was kind of one of the things I wanted to touch on. Was this is going to be a different version. Now, my only holdup is I feel like this has already been done.
Right.
We watched this journey of Frodo and Sam, and then Frodo and Gollum up the mountain up to Mount was it Khazad-dûm? But we saw all it. We saw that was the journey. That was the journey of following him, finding him, him telling, "Hey, I know where." So we been this year. The difference is the directing style. I think the Hobbit and all of those other movies were directed by Peter Ramsey.
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. So this is going to be Andy Serkis,
right?
And his rendition of the Gollum journey, which I think is going to be more focused on Gollum than anything else. So you're gonna see Gandalf and Frodo maybe as distant figures, maybe in like
I see what you're saying.
Once overs, or like you'll see like from if he does this right, you'll see him using camera angles where they're far off and they're walking or they're journeying, and you don't actually see them close up, so you don't see their age, you just see their figures. And so a lot, I think that's probably the route that he's going to go. It's going to be more Gollum focus, and Gollum is going to be the narrator of this story now. It's going to be narrated by Gollum and what his journey looked like while they were hunting him. You know what I'm saying? What did he go through? Like where did he wind up? How did he wind up in the cave? You know what I'm saying? So all of these parts of the movie that of the movies that we saw where Frodo is coming up to the cave with the spider in it and something like that, and then Gollum's like, go in there, let's go this way. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. I think we'll see a lot of that, but I think this is definitely going to be told through the mind of Gollum, focusing on Gollum. This is a love letter for Andy Serkis to Gollum as the character Gollum. Like, it's like, okay, Andy directing, writing, and decided, they're like, Andy, we're gonna give you an opportunity to write. What you want to write about? I want to write about me.
I mean, why not?
I want to write about. Listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just saying this feels like one of those type of opportunities. Like, it's like, all right, Andy, we know you're a director. We know you've done some things. Hey, man, what would be your suggestion in the writer's room? What story would you love to see us kind of go after? He's like, well, there's a lot of great stories in the world of Lord of the Rings, but there's none greater than the story of me and when I played Gollum. And because I personally think I should have won an Oscar for that award. I mean, for that role. And you know what? I think so much that I deserve the Oscar. I'm going to write a script and direct a movie that's going to get me that Oscar. I deserve it.
Let me correct the record. It looks like he doesn't write it, so I want to get that out there. It looks like he's solely directing. Writers I have on IMDb, according to IMDb, there's a Philippa Boyens, Phoebe Gittins, Artie Papagiorgio, and it's based on the characters from the J.R.R. Tolkien novel, of course. I think that they will give us close-ups. They'll give us AI-generated filtered faces from Gollum and from Frodo, but I do agree with you that they won't be prominent members of it. They may not be in the entire movie. What they'll be there for is to establish the timeline that this movie's in. So that does make more sense to me. So I guess we'll just have to look forward to that. I'm really interested to get your take on this subject right here, because we spoke a lot about the one battle after another. And even though this could be a 2-hour topic, I really just want to get your opinion on this comment that was made by the director of the Spider-Verse movie, Peter Ramsey, who did actually, I think, made the first Into the Spider-Verse. So he found our post and decided to chime in, which is encouraged. And I know our group chat had mixed feelings about the response. I figured I'd get one directly from you. So for those that don't see this, let me read it for you. It says, our post said, this is at the bottom of a post that has a video associated with it. I can show the video in a little bit, but the post caption was, New Blood Order is questioning it. This film may not depict Black women in the best light, but when it comes to Tiana Taylor, she brings power, depth, and presence to every role she touches. She has a way of reclaiming what a skip might try to take away. That's just the caption. But the question is, real question is, does her brilliance outweigh the narrative she stepped into? Let's talk about it. That's just the caption. There's an actual video, and it's basically, a lot of it's just Ty saying like, yo, I didn't like the way she was depicted, and we've had this talk. Here's the responses. She played a complicated, imperfect, compelling character. I know people get uncomfortable when real, messy people are depicted on screen, but that's what people are, not perfect, idealized heroes. Perfect and ideal are not real. All caps, not real. We can aim for and be inspired by the ideal, but the reality of what we are can inform and inspire us as well, because when we see our own faults and fears reflected back at us, we realize we're not alone in our own imperfection. I see what he's saying. I mean, whether I agree or not is debatable. I see the point he's trying to make. Everybody's not crispy clean, so the more we embrace our faults, that's not, I think the issue here is, the issue wasn't that you were conveying and some others, it wasn't just faults, it's portrayal. You know what I'm saying? It's the freedom you get when you have your pen and you write down what a character is and what it is that you decide to make their flaws. Do they lead into already predetermined stereotypes, or does it do? I think that was maybe what may have been missed here with this comment, is not acknowledging the fact that this is a character that came into the mind of somebody because perhaps of a perception of what Black women are, or at least as it pertains to perfidia. Perfidia? I don't know.
Yeah, that was her name. I think it was her name, perfidia.
So, yeah. What's your thoughts?
I agree with you. I agree with you in terms of like first and foremost, let me acknowledge Peter Ramsey. There were some things in that statement that I don't necessarily agree with. I do agree that none of us are perfect. I think that we all can strive for perfection, and I think that there is an ideal behavior or an ideal representation that we all may see in ourselves or see for others. It is part of our society. It is part of our culture as Black people. That when we see something that does not rub us the right way, we've been taught for so long to shut up and just play ball and just shut up and just mind your business. But no, we're not in that space anymore, Mr. Ramsey. We have to address things as we see them. And when a directing cast, because first of all, does Peter Ramsey have anything to do with one battle? Did he direct it?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with him having anything.
I didn't think so either. But when I might have felt a different way if a Peter Ramsey might have directed this and maybe had a little bit more of an outlook on what was the play in the writing and the way things were portrayed for her character in that writing room and all those things. I would have loved to see what he would have had to say in regards to that. But the idea that because we made this comment, we're saying we don't understand that people aren't perfect and that people have their vices or have their downfalls or what is it, like just imperfections, that we don't in some way understand. That's totally not what we're saying. What we're saying is, as Black people, we already are undermined on screen enough. We already are not put in positions to be portrayed in the best light a lot. When you have someone like a Tiana Taylor, who, mind you, I have the utmost respect for her as an artist, as an entertainer, as an actress, as a Black woman, as a mother, all of those things. I have the utmost respect for her. When I see you placed on screen to kind of put you in a space where you're not looked at and respected in that way, then I'm like, okay, I understand if you wanted to go and sleep with Leonardo DiCaprio's character. That was your man. You're able, if that's your man, you're able to do whatever y'all want to do. If y'all want to get freaky over here right after y'all just pulled off a jokes, do that. That is all you. My problems was it didn't stop there. they made it to where she's now in this moment where you're like, okay, she's powerful, but let's undermine that powerfulness. Like, she's still fragile in the way that there's a lot of things that we know went into the writing process and the depiction of said character. So the idea of ignoring that as what you're saying is because Peter's saying, oh, I understand that people get upset and they don't know how to deal with their emotions when it comes to this. This is not the reality. The reality is people are this way. That's fine. That's fine that people can be a certain way. But to go so hard at proving that throughout the movie is where I have a problem with it, where it starts to get a little bit like you're beating this in our head. And then I heard some people talk about, they mentioned in our comment section specifically, they were like, well, she wasn't the only Black woman in the movie. Well, you're right. She wasn't the only Black woman in the movie, but she was the only Black woman in the movie spotlighted. Regina King came through as the person to come pick up her daughter and basically take her to the next spot. Like, for those who are trying to say that Regina King had this deep role in the movie, you didn't watch the movie, because she didn't have a deep role in the movie. Yes, she was one of the freedom fighters, but when did you see her doing anything? I'll wait.
All right. Well,
no. I'm just saying these things because I've heard this. It's like a way to, like, it's a way for people to take your attention off of one thing and deflect it to another thing and be like, oh, well, she wasn't the only Black woman in the movie. No, there were multiple Black women in the movie. You just they weren't spotlighted. Old girl's mother and grandmother were freedom fighters. They when she came in the house, you knew that they were freedom fighters because they told you that they were freedom fighters. They basically was like, yo, this is a legacy thing. Like, we've been doing this for years. But again, did they spotlight anything? No, they acknowledged that they were freedom fighters, but that outside of that, you didn't hear anything else from the grandmothers. You didn't hear anything else from the mothers. You didn't hear nothing. So these are the things that I'm saying, that there was a clear message to show the imperfection in Tiana's character more than the plot of her being this strong individual, which is why when she left the screen, when she left the major, when she ran out and left, you didn't see her anymore in the movie. There was the only thing you got at the end was the letter. You got the letter that she wrote her daughter. You know what I'm saying? To let you know that she never forgot about her daughter. That was the whole purpose of that letter, was to let you know that despite her decision to leave, she never forgot her daughter. Like, she knew that this was the decision she had to make in order to save a lot of them. It wasn't just like what like it made it to seem like she was just betraying all of them and everything like that. Remember, she still hadn't testified. Remember that. She still hadn't testified. He had her and he had taken her and put her in protective custody.
Well, it's safe to say you weren't fond of the depiction of Tiana Taylor in this movie. I can see the point you're coming from, and the way I relate it is like, it's when, you know, like if they put like a Black person on Star Trek, and he like sags his pants and like is a thief, you know, and you're like, you know, well, you know, people have imperfections. Like, well, yeah, but they don't have to feed into stereotypes. On the other end of the spectrum, I could see why folks will be like, well, Tiana Taylor definitely was on the cover, but she wasn't the embodiment of Black women in this movie. She was a character that had, you know, and then there's other arguments like, listen, Black women, as much as they are to be heralded, they also have wants and needs, and they have the right to. There's a whole array of different arguments that I found in the comment section, of which we won't go through today. So to speak, I can kind of see where all of these come from. I hate to be kind of a Switzerland on this one, but it's a whole complex thing. You know, the movie and all, not just Tiana's character. And yeah, definitely worth chatting on. But I definitely want to get your feelings on it because I feel like he was responding specifically to you in that because that post was overwhelmingly you and your comments on that movie. But a couple other things real quick, and then we'll go ahead and get on up out of here. I thought that this was fascinating. Actually, no, I ain't gonna talk about that. You and I both saw Godzilla -1, but now there's, now there's, what is this? What is this? What is this?
This is the equivalent of the American Godzilla movies being done by Japan and them seizing back control over the fact that they were the ones who originally came up with the Godzilla ideas. So the Godzilla -1 was the entire, remember that entire movie was done in their language in Japanese, I believe it is. I don't know. I'm not trying to offend anybody, so I don't know.
No, I think that's right.
But again, I think it was completely done in Japanese with English subtitles. This is also, I believe, done the same way. I believe this is also going to be entirely in Japanese with English subtitles. So this is what I just said, which is the Japanese saying, hey, you took Godzilla, you Americanized it, but hey, this is originally our concept. This is originally our thing. And we're going to do our versions of these movies. And I'm here for it. The more the merrier. I don't,
Okay, so but essentially what it is, it's a sequel to -1.
Yes.
Is that, okay.
Yeah. It's the same thing as, like I said, it would be the equivalent of us doing a Godzilla movie and then doing Godzilla 2.
Okay. So they're just going, all right, -1 okay, I see. All right.
Yeah.
I was a little
theirs
confused.
is going backwards. It looks like after this one we'll go minus negative.
Godzilla -1.
Yeah, right. -1. Yeah, it's going backwards. We're 1, 0. We're at negative. Okay, we're at -1.
I still applaud the Godzilla -1 movie for showing the what I hadn't been hip to, the plight of a kamikaze pilot in World War.
Is that what you saw? That's what you got away from -1?
Absolutely. Like the dude came back from war. They was like, what the fuck are you doing here? You were supposed to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? He's like, my engine. And he's like, man, what the fuck kind of warrior is you? Get your ass back out there and kill yourself. And he's like, all right, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll get it right, And like I never really thought about that. Like, you're up in war. You're like, man, maybe I don't want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with y'all like that. But this movie explored the complexities. Like literally, like he came back and it was like, what the fuck? You're alive? Like, what? I thought you loved your country. Yeah. Do you not love your country? You know what I'm saying? Then why did you come back? Like I never thought about that. And like the shame, like walking around, people were like, yeah, there's the motherfucker who didn't even kill himself. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, the shame. You know what I'm saying? That's such a complex thing. I just thought that was fascinating. So yeah,
I don't know about you, but it was like one of the things that I loved about -1 was that the relationship between him, the little girl, and the lady who he took in, like she basically didn't have no place to stay, and he just let her stay there, and then all of a sudden, like they was never a thing. It was crazy because was like never a thing, but she was basically his wife. Like, she was cooking for him, she was cleaning his house, she was doing everything, and then the little girl came, and they had their own makeshift family. They had a makeshift family. But the way that he was in such denial until he wasn't. It's like now I will run through a crumbling city underneath Godzilla's feet to save you. Like they took it was the parallel in the way they took. Remember, the reason he didn't die was because he was in such fear when he saw Godzilla destroying. So when he first encountered Godzilla, he was petrified. He was like, oh my God. And then they take you from that to this dude darting through crumbling cities and buildings falling and all of this just to go save, yo. And I was like, yo, this is a beautiful. It turned into a love story for me. Like it was like Godzilla became like an afterthought. He was like the thing. It was like more about the government and how the government treated its people and didn't tell them shit until it was like Godzilla's upon you. It was like, oh shit, don't say nothing. Just get out. Hey, just get the government officials out of there. Oh, fuck the people. You know what I'm saying? So it was like those different dynamics when you see, the poverty and which how they were living, and just that like the way he came back. And yeah, you're right. How they were like, dude, you're not even supposed to be here. Like, you better go back out there and die real quick. Like, you want some honor. It was like that whole honor thing that, you know what I'm saying, has been a huge thing in Japanese culture. Like they samurais and honor and living, dying by the sword and
these Klingons,
kamikaze and all of that. So all of that is honor.
That's so crazy. Like they won't look. They like, don't look over there, that asshole who's still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't even love his country. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't serve your kind around here. Like, what kind? Like, live kind. You both been killed yourself. Like, I was just like, holy shit! Like, what a word! Like, I never would have thought about that if it wasn't for -1. So we'll throw that. I only got like a couple more real quick. I'm a little nervous about this one, but I don't know if I can play it. But you were mentioning how much you love Tiana Taylor. This right here is her.
You can't play that music.
Well, it's a cover.
Yeah, but it's Sade's. But all right.
It's not Sade. But yeah, you're right though. Yeah. But anyway, I hope that don't get.
I did hear it. Yes, I did hear it. And again, Tiana Taylor is so talented. So talented.
Like
this is not the first time I've heard her sing, and I'm just like sitting there like, oh my God, the amount of talent that lives inside this woman. She's beautiful. She's artistic. She's intelligent. Like there's so many things you can go on and go, and so many accolades you can give Tiana Taylor. That and I think that she is and should be a role model in terms of just going out there and doing stuff independently. Like Tiana Taylor has been one of those artists that probably could have blown, but she had other aspirations. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, she could if she
think she blew.
Not in terms of music. Like, do I think that she's renowned as one as a one of the top singers? I think she, like you and I both can agree that she has a beautiful angelic voice. But in terms of albums and record sales, I don't think that Tiana Taylor is a top tier artist. No, and that's unfortunate. But again, I think that is by design. I think Tiana is in control of her own career, and whatever she decides that she wants to put her energy into, that's what happens. And that's why you're seeing her on the acting scene, and not just on the acting scene, Vince, but we're seeing her pop up all around on all of these different projects. She has an up and coming project with Jonathan Majors and Lakeith Stanfield. She has another project now. She's part of the One Piece cast. If you haven't seen that trailer, yes, she was a gypsy on One Piece. So she's not yet, like, Tiana is out here working, and yes, she's becoming, to me, she's on that fast track that Halle Berry was on. Where she becomes a household name. She becomes the pleasure and the lustful thing that men do when there's that one next up. Like, she's there already. Like, and this movie, one battle after another, just catapulted her into superstardom.
You know what I would compare her to? Then I don't think not many people will agree with me on this, but I think Tiana Taylor is Janet Jackson without her brothers. Okay, like hear me out. Janet came onto the scene as a musical artist, right? Rhythm Nation, all of that. But then she quickly got into Poetic Justice. She ended up, I mean, even before that, she was in like I think the Good Times in an episode. And then eventually, you know, Tyler Perry down the line, and becomes a little bit more prominent, I would say, possibly after her role with Nutty Professor. And you know, she becomes an on-screen giant as well to an extent. She kind of has that appeal, you know, sex appeal. Ladies want to be like her, men want to be with her, and she could, like we just show, cross over from music to the big screen at any point in time. That's what I mean by it. Now, I don't mean to, you know, by any other means other than just the acting and music compare them to. I mean, they're completely different with regard to personality and all and the history and all that other stuff. But just in terms of some of the rare artists that we had that can jump in and out of acting and music seamlessly without any side eye. All musicians, all artists can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese, one of the few. Jamie Foxx, one of the few. But for Black women, you know, it's not as often that we get a chance to see them, you know, jump in and out of the of prominence in both of those industries.
And not at this level. I mean, like this is, again, when you sign on to do a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn, and you know, it's nominated for Best Picture of the Year. You have now you have a seat at the table, and I do believe these are the type of roles like there was no way for her to turn this role down,
right?
If that makes sense. Like, regardless of whatever people in her corner were saying, whatever she may have, whatever if she had any reservations, whatever it was, this was a role that one couldn't turn down. This is one of those roles where, like, you know, if somebody said something inappropriate, you might let it slide. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to fuck up the bag. And this is so I don't in any way fault her in any way. I think this was, for her career, this was a no-brainer. This was the type of move that, again, catapults you into superstardom. Your face becomes a household name. You now have all of these different endorsement deals. You now are on all of these different movies and series. And I don't see it stopping for her. I think that she may do what Janet did, which is use your musical name to kind of push you into these spaces where you can be an actor. And I'm just saying the backwards, I'm just flipping it. So she may be just like, I'm going to take this acting space,
right, and
thrive in that arena. And then when I've ate and chewed up and spit out all I can from the acting game, I might just drop a double LP on y'all. And you know what I'm saying?
That's how you do it.
Bless you again. And same thing with Jamie. Like, it's these are the type of artistic, special people that have that ability to traverse these different arenas and do it at such a high level. Because it's one thing to just traverse it. It's one thing to say, hey, I'm gonna be the Timothy Chalamet and start up a mixtape and over here while I'm winning you know, best actor for Marty Supreme. You know what I'm saying? Critics' Choice Best Actor of the Year for Marty Supreme, which, mind you, I did say before the dude got that he was the next one up. I just want to go ahead and put that out there, that he was the next one up, and he is the next one up. So I think it's not out of the realm of possibility for Tiana to continue to bless us with these clips of her doing, you know, covers or some new music that she's working on. I saw her do something with Lucky Day one day she had like a song and it seemed like it came straight from the heart. I think it was something she wrote, and I was just blown away how breathtaking. Like when she sings, like it's like wow. She's another one of those with a sultry voice that has that ability to kind of just draw you in with her voice. You're just like, oh, I'm hypnotized. So yeah.
Well, I hear you. Speaking of singers, rappers that are acting now, we also have this project on the mouth, which I actually think there's something fascinating about this whole thing. First of all, I think it's interesting that they're advertising it like it's a shade room post. I think that definitely shows where we are right now. Like if that's the way we're, but I'm not even knocking it. I probably ain't gonna hear your description about this because I probably won't be seeing this. I'm gonna keep it real. Like this is
I'll watch it. I'll watch it for both of us, man. But I'll say this: it is time for us to stop calling him Method Man and give that man his acting credit. His name is Clifford Smith, and it's time to start calling him Cliff Smith. He wants to listen. Meth wanted to be an actor.
Oops.
For a long time.
Me get like you.
No, not like me. But Meth has been acting now for some years. He's been on different projects, multiple projects. Whether good or bad, he has been there. He has put in his acting hours. He has done all that has been asked of him and more. He has appeared derobed on screen, which is a thing. They do it. They're like, oh, you gonna take your clothes off? Meth did it. Meth has been the gangster. He has played the stereotypical. He did it. Meth has been a lawyer. Meth has been a crooked this, a crooked that. Meth has done everything. It is time for us to step into Clifford Smith. Cliff Smith. Love that name, by the way. Cliff. That was my father's name, Clifford. So, hey, we got something there. But it is time to give this man his flowers, man. It is no longer, we cannot keep on throwing up Method Man on these things. They didn't throw up one piece of Destiny's Child for Kelly Rowland. They put up her name. They put up Kelly Rowland. Let's put up Cliff Smith, give Cliff Smith his flowers, and when Method Man decides to drop another album or appear on tour with the Wu-Tang Forever or whatever it is, then we will make sure that we acknowledge him properly as Method Man, METHOD man.
I bet you that Method Man is putting Meth Man on his applications. I bet you that he's making them put that on the back of his chair. I don't think he want to go by Clifford. At the same reason we still know LL Cool J is LL Cool J and not what is it? Smith? What L Smith? What I mean? What his name is like something like something Smith.
See, this is why for these reasons.
Theory, what's LL Cool J's name?
Oh man,
James Todd Smith.
Todd. His name's Todd.
Yeah, Todd. The fact that you had to look that up proves my point.
I haven't looked it up. I was getting to it, but I
but the fact that it's not common knowledge, Meth Man name, but that's probably because you're more of a Method Man
James
fan.
Todd Smith. Yeah, you're right. James Todd Smith.
So and by the way, I got to give Siri her own mic. I got to put Siri on at some point.
Siri don't be playing. She's quick. I'm gonna
put Siri. Yeah, but yeah, man. So when I saw Red Tails, I was like, damn, Method Man is a good rapper. I was like, Method Man is one of my favorite rappers, man. I love Method Man as a rapper, bro. But yeah, on the screen. Now listen, I haven't been watching as much since. I know he was prominent in the Power shows. In the Power shows, I know. So he's probably gotten a lot better. I think that was one of his.
He has.
He was getting into a different field, and so I ain't gonna, hold it against him. I just remember, I will always know him as Mr. Method Man. It's the Mr. Man, short Mr. Meth. Moving on your left, Yo, what? I can sit here and drop some. I got any two styles on the right. Yo, keep it real one time on my peoples. If you with me, where you at? Yo, one man band from the Wu-Tang Clan. Ass on him, goddamn if he met the all body emotion. What's the commotion? Rub it in your skin like lotion. Ooh, whatever. Hey, yo, Meth was the joint. Anyway, that's cool.
Meth is still the joint. I just think that it's time for us to give flowers to Cliff Smith, who's decided to go out here and put in the acting hours that is deserved of his own Prime Video debut movie with him and Kelly Rowland starring as the main characters. He's not a backup. He's the main character. And I just think that Cliff Smith has been working very hard to establish Cliff Smith. Now, Method Man is still Method Man. Like all good superheroes, an alter ego is definitely needed. And we know that Johnny Blaze, METHOD man, Cliff Smith is
absolutely nothing wrong with him going by Method Man, even as an actor. We still know Cher as Cher. We didn't have to learn her actual name after she did Moonlighting and Mask and all that shit. We still know certain names as just their names. Lady Gaga wasn't just introduced in that sequel to the Joker movie as anything other than Lady Gaga. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I think Method Man wants to be known as Meth. Look on his own Instagram page. His Instagram title handle isn't Clifford Smith. It's Method Man. it's, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. Look, it's still heavy on.
I think we need to bring Cliff Smith onto the New Blurred Order and to defunct any of this this nonsense about him wanting. I think Cliff wants to be acknowledged as Cliff as it pertains to his acting career. Hilarious. Cliff Smith has done a lot to set himself apart as an official and legitimate actor. And I think Cliff Smith has done himself justice in doing so. Method Man is always going to be his go-to because he's had success in that arena. I just think that if we are who we say we are, then we should be giving flowers to Cliff Smith in regards to this new role with Kelly Rowland. Cliff, if you out there and you see this, hit us up, man. I believe that you are trying to step into this era in your life where acting is at the forefront of your career. I think that's where you're at. I think that at any time, in any place, you could drop us a 16 that'd be hot fire. You could drop us a LP that would go bananas, and you will always be able to do that. But I think you're on that journey, Cliff. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're on that journey to I want to be acknowledged as a great actor. I want accolades to support what I already know, which is that I am somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, and Cliff Smith, I believe in you. I believe in you. I was a fan of Method Man, but I'm a fan of Cliff Smith. I'm a fan of what you are capable of doing on that screen, brother. And I believe that you too know and share the same sentiments that I share. But I don't want to speak for you, so please reach out to us. We'll reach out to you.
Can I holler at Method Man? Yo, hold on, man. I want to talk to him. Yo, hold on. Can I speak to Method Man for a second? Since you sitting there hogging up. Yo, all right, man. Hey, yo, I also want to shout out Method Man, aka Cliff Smith, for all you contributed, especially with the Wu-Tang Clan, and even with Redman, and even with Tupac. All right, appreciate all that. But I also want to say, my man, it's cool to be Method Man. Ain't no reason to switch it up. Don't nobody even know what Ice-T real name is. Oh, go ahead and Google it. Go ahead and Google it. We have not been listening. We have not been seeing The Barbershop starring O'Shea. It's been Ice Cube. I think that this is just a part of the culture. You once were Method Man and will always be Method Man. And as long as the check clear the bank, my man, ain't no reason to change your identity. But if you want to be Cliff Smith, I feel like that'd be known. But my feelings are that you don't mind, if anything, being known as, just as it says, the official Mr. Method Man, for short, Mr. Meth, moving on your left. Respect either way, fam bam. I just don't think I get what you're saying. I know you want him to be more distinguished. Yes, no, it's no Method Man.
No. I don't want him to be more distinguished. I think he is who he is, distinguished or not. I just think that he was Cliff Smith before he was Method Man. And I think that Method Man is not necessarily, I don't want to necessarily call him a character, but I think that Method Man was the moniker that he took up to establish his rap career. I think Cliff Smith has always existed and will always exist. And I think that in the space of acting, Cliff Smith deserves to be acknowledged. And I think that as long as he continues on the path that he's on, which is working nonstop, putting the work in, continuing to pop up wherever he can pop up at, I think it's not long before we establish Cliff Smith from Method Man. Now, LL Cool J, I think LL Cool J is a little different. I think Ladies Love Cool J was something that you pick up as that's what LL stands for. Ladies Love.
Yeah, I know, but what's the there's a man.
I just think that LL is more fine with the LL, but I think I've seen interviews as well where he acknowledges Todd Smith as well. Like, so I think that this is just me speaking this into fruition that Cliff Smith, we're going to see if Cliff Smith stays on this trajectory. I cannot wait for that day where they say Critics' Choice Award goes to Cliff Smith, aka otherwise known as Method Man, because that was, what we known him as is Method Man. But Cliff Smith is out here acting his ass off, trying to do his thing.
I see you. It's kind of like what 50 is. Sometimes
Curtis, you see we know his name.
Sometimes you see him as Curtis Jackson, right? I get what I see where you're going. I see where you're going. Right. We will await to see what you decide, Meth. I frankly think that you'll respond to this post and you'll say, nah, B, I'm cool with the Meth Man, you know what I'm saying? So we'll hope to see that. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, nah, yo. Nah, I ain't even gonna pretend. I ain't even never been to Staten Island. I'm a man. I've been on the Staten Island ferry, man. I've seen the Statue of Liberty. Come on,
you had a hot dog, good for you.
Yeah, I had, maybe not on the corner ones, not the ones on the corner. Nah, them
you had a Coney. You have a Coney.
Yeah.
You have a Coney.
Nah. I prefer to go into the bodega. Not the Glizzy. I don't fuck with the Glizzy. Nah, not up there. Not unless we at Yankee Stadium. Look, you getting off track. Hey, listen, everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please check out our other interviews. We have the Amanda Christine interview that is up and live. We have our interview that we just had with the Sci-Fi Savage talking about Star Trek. We just had our interview with Ex Mayo, as you've seen, who is in the Wonder Man show that comes out in just a few weeks, if it hasn't come out already, if you've seen this in the past. And of course, we've got a whole bunch of other things in store, so stay tuned for what comes next, like for instance, maybe somebody from Robin Hood. So on behalf of myself, Bad Time, everybody who ain't even here right now, be yourself authentically. If you ain't, you being faking and all things. Go ahead, let that geek flag fly. Deuce. Where'd it go? Where's the?
Oh my God.
Where's
Where'd it go? Disappeared.
This is Thugnificent telling everybody to tune in to New Blurred Order, my nigga. The best podcast on the planet Earth, nigga.